Hey y'all, I hope y'all are having a great day so far. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Katie. Today's video is going to be my series I don't want to pick back up. So I think last week I did my video series I do want to pick back up. This is one I read the first book and I said, heck no, I'm done with it. Not for me. There's multiple reasons, and some of these I have already talked about, but just in case you're new to my channel, or if you want a further reason why I'm not gonna finish the series, go ahead and continue to watch. So here we go. First of all, isn't this cute? I got this at Sam's. I don't know, have y'all ever shopped at Sam's, but I always find like cute stuff. Like it's not all cute, but there's some cute stuff. Anyway, okay, so the books I'm going to talk about today, I have read the first book and I just had such a reaction to them that I said, heck no, I'm not picking up the series. I have zero desire. I basically didn't even want to get through these books. A lot of them are 2 or 3 stars. Now, I feel like I should do a whole video on my rating system. So I saw that Beautifully Bookish Bethany just put out a video. I actually need to watch it yesterday about, today's Monday, yesterday about how she does her rating system. I feel like I should do the same too. I think that there's a lot of booktubers who are very like specific with why they rate things, and they have like various, like, what is that word? Put a numerical value to certain things, and I want to do that. I just need to figure out a plan. Now, the thing I do want to say is I'm getting back on my 2 videos a week schedule. All my crazy stuff in November is done. Now I just get to enjoy December and put out videos and finally enjoy more videos than I was enjoying. Yeah, more Instagram, more just all content, hopefully, that y'all will enjoy. But anyway, I feel like I should do something on my rating system. Let's just get started. Like I said, some of these I haven't talked about. The few at the end, I don't think I've ever really talked about on my channel. I have like mentioned, I think, a few times. I mentioned one in my live I just did last week with Tamika from Library of Tomes. So Library of Tomes. I just did a live with her and I mentioned this one. So if you watch that, my thoughts are here. Okay, so the first one I'm going to start out with is the Elite Kings Club series. Now, I have read the first 3. I have read, what is it? Silver Swan, Broken Puppet. What's the third one? Oh my god, it's gonna make me crazy. I feel like it's a weird word. Oh, it is weird. Okay, let me look. Touch Immortus? Touch Immortus. I think that's Latin, so I wouldn't really know how to say that correctly, but Touch Immortus. I've read those first 3 and they center around Bishop and Madison. And in this book, Madison and Bishop, so Madison has a best friend and then Bishop has, there's multiple elite kings, right? So the first 3 books are based upon Madison and Bishop, and all together, I don't know, I would say all together I gave them a 3.5 star. I got 2 4 stars, 1 3 star, which just was not for me, the scenes. I think my biggest problem with the series is that, I don't know why, I have like such a weird thing. Like I feel like I'm a weirdo. So like the fact that he kept saying he hates her, hates, something about that just got me. Like, you know, you say you love somebody and the opposite of love isn't hate. So I guess maybe it goes along, but I don't know. And I feel like, I don't know if I felt like the like sex play was done well. I don't know. There wasn't a lot of consent to what was going on with her. She didn't stop it, but there wasn't like a lot of like, because there's like some, what is that? First of all, triggers. First of all, 18 plus content and everything I'm about to say. I think a lot of y'all are like romance readers, but just in case you stumble across my video, this is 18 plus. Okay, so there is a lot of erotic, I can't even say it, asphyxiation. And it's not, I don't think it's not, I don't know, I think it's more of a light version of it. I don't think that it's a very, I don't know, he just basically chokes her a lot to where she almost passes out. And I don't know, I just didn't feel like there was a lot of consent there. I feel like it was just like, hey, we're gonna do this. And she ended up liking it, but I don't know, maybe I'm just weird about that, I don't know. But there was just a lot of things. I love a good alpha male, of course, you know me, like alpha male, but I just want an alpha male who actually shows like he gives, you know what I mean? Like actually cares. Like I don't like to have to wait for the male character to stop being trash. Like in the first book, second book, third book, okay. First book, okay. Second book, come on, let's get together. Third book, I mean, dude, are you still trash? Third book was a lot better. That's the one I gave like a 4.5 star. I thought it was really good. But I could just tell it was going down this road because the next couple, I'm not gonna tell you who it is because it's like giving it away, but the next couple, you could tell he was going down that road because there was something he didn't agree with that she did. You could tell it was going back down the I hate you road, I don't know, it seemed to me as if she was going to turn this character, who I didn't think like was a bad character, they were going to make him a trash a-hole like the other guy. So I cannot finish this. I mean, it's interesting. And another thing I could not finish was like, I felt like the series, I felt like I was held hostage. Like I didn't feel like I was getting given answers. I don't know, I just wanted it to be more. Dig deeper. I wanted it, all of those things. Like I wanted that more. I just cannot keep reading something where I feel like I'm being beat up. I feel like I'm being held hostage. Like give me some answers. Like, and it is a dark book, so if you're not interested in a dark kind of romance, don't read this book. I like the dark aspect. I just wasn't ready to explore this new couple, have a character I really like turn into trash, and have more I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. I wish I could describe, because I do love a good love-hate relationship, I wish I could describe this really well. It's just one of those things you're really just gonna have to read because it's so different, I feel. So I feel like I really need to explain my rating system, my thoughts, everything like that, because this is the thing. Now, if it's a captive book, or if the character's supposed to be dark, like I don't mind it being that way, but if we're trying to present this as like a not super dark book, but then it turns, the characters don't treat, I don't know, just nix that. I'm probably gonna cut that whole thing out, but I don't understand what I'm saying. Basically, I'm not gonna finish that series. I had a hard time finishing the series in general. Only reason why I did finish it was because I actually wanted to have any kind of freaking answers. What is closure on the book? Okay, next one is not a surprise. If you watched my wrap up, my recent reads, my most recent reads, y'all, you'll know that I read The Boys of Brayshaw High. That was another one I just was not going to finish. There are 3 more books, and there's just a lot of reasons. One of them being that, you know, she really tried hard to, I think, make this female character different, but she has real choose me attitude. I wasn't a fan of the female character. I was not a fan of the male character. I felt like everything was repeated about 1,000 times. I needed something new. I needed something fresh. I just couldn't get with it. It follows Raven and Maddox, and then of course there's 2 other guys as well. And I don't know, there was this one scene which was hot. It was more of a, I don't think it's like an orgy, but it's like all 3 of them with her, but then it's used against her in the end, and I don't know, I was not feeling it. I could barely finish it, and I just felt like it was boring to me. It wasn't for me. I don't think I'm gonna finish it. So I think I talked about this book briefly, and I wish I would have given it more time, but then also now I get to talk about how much I hate it. The first book is Cruel Intentions. The whole series is called what the heck? Why is it so hard to say? Rydeville Elite series. Okay, so basically this is another bully novel. I'll give you a brief synopsis because I don't think I've talked about this before. Basically, the female character, she's a part of this like weird world. Everyone is extremely rich. It's her senior year of high school. She's already engaged to a guy who treats her like trash, who she doesn't even really like, but it's more of a transaction sort of situation. Her dad is garbage. Everyone's garbage. It's just weird to me. She's got another like choose me attitude that I really hate. Like, it's just weird the things that they put on it, like, oh, she rides a motorcycle, oh, you know, she knows how to fix these things. It just felt weird. It didn't feel authentic. I think that's my main problem, is it didn't feel authentic. It felt very contrived. I was not a fan of her. She was just not for me. So basically there's guys that run the school, and one of them is her fiance. It's a private school, and they have to go off to some camp of sorts. I don't know, it's not really a camp, but it's more like learning how to kill people and such. And so she has to run the school. One of the things that you find out in the very beginning, which I felt like this scene was very gripping. She's off somewhere and she's about to like basically commit suicide because she hates her life so much, but she's about to run into this ocean. She meets this really hot guy, and then she's like, please take my virginity, because she doesn't want to give it to her fiance. This guy who she gave her virginity to ends up showing up to the school along with 2 other guys. I don't know how to go about describing things I didn't like this book. Like I said, main character felt very contrived, not authentic, didn't feel realistic to me at all. It just didn't feel right. Her character to me did not feel right in a lot of ways. It was just weird. And then, of course, her fiance is terrible. Everyone is just so terrible. The plot was super confusing. I hated the ending. It has one of my least favorite tropes to it. I don't know. There were so many things. Of course, I read a lot of books where the main character falls for one guy, but there's a few guys who are in his group. The way I like it to be done is I like the few guys to be in his group for her to have fun friendships with them. For them, you know, maybe have some sexual tension with another guy. Basically, not things like this book. I'm telling you, the guys in this book, aside from the main character, one guy, like, I don't really want to get into this because I don't want people to be offended. But this one guy, every time she kisses the main guy, he's like constantly like, I'm like, what is this? It's just so weird. I do have zero desire to finish the series. Absolutely zero. Just can't finish it. I can't go on with it. So don't read Cruel Intentions. Okay, another one may get me in hot water, but I think this is a very polarizing book in general. But I do think that the people who love this book and stan this book are like forever lovers of this book. For me, I could not get with it. It's the After series. I read the first book and I felt like, dang, I don't know if I've ever seen a more toxic relationship, more realistic relationship. Of course I've read Captor Captive. Of course I've read bully novels. Of course I've read, you know, more darker novels. I've read a lot of those type of novels. This one is not trying to be that. That's the problem, is it's not trying to be that. They're supposed to have like a normal, you know, you could walk into a relationship like this. And it was just so toxic, so back and forth. I just couldn't do it. And I did like the ending. I thought that it was really like interesting, the ending. And then whenever I got into the second book, I read part of the second book. I just realized to myself, I'm like, I cannot keep beating myself up with this book. I cannot do it. And then to know that there's at least 3 other books, I think it was 2 other books besides the second one, so I think there's 4 books where they do this back and forth. I don't know how people do it. I'm not gonna lie to you. Whenever I read a series, I prefer if maybe there's 1 book of the couple, 2 books max, and then different couples within the same world. I don't like it when there's like multiple books of the same relationship because there is so much stretching of the problems. There's so much back and forth. I just don't like it. I could not read 2 more books of their back and forth. Will I watch all the movies? Yes, of course. The most recent one I watched and I didn't hate. That's just my personal opinion. Everybody has their own opinions whenever it comes to series anyway, but that's my personal opinion. So I will not be picking up After again. Okay, last one I'm gonna say is the Game Maker series by Cressley Cole. Now, I will tell you what, The Professional, if you love a dark romance, if you love a mafia romance, if you love hot, steamy smut, read that novel. Now, I loved it. It's one of my all-time like favorite mafia novels. Obsessed with it. So good. When I go back and reread it, I highly suggest anybody who loves mafia, anything that sort. It's more Russian mafia, but if anybody likes the mafia, read this book. The second book is called The Master, and I liked it. I didn't love it. I would give it a 4-star. I liked it. I didn't love it. One thing that I felt like that was missing with this book is that a lot of it happens in like an apartment, and I wanted there to be more fresh settings. And I said to myself, I love the first one, I like the second one, how am I gonna feel about the third one? So I told myself I really don't want to go ahead and continue reading this series, especially considering I absolutely love the first one. I highly suggest anybody read it. So, but I will not be finishing the 3rd book in the series. But I didn't hate it as much as the first like 4 books I talked about. I just feel like I don't want to put myself, not through it, but I have a lot more things to read that I don't really want to spend my time on something that I'm only gonna half like. Anyway, that is it from me. I hope y'all have a great day. Let me know if there's any series that you don't want to finish. I really try not to make like fully negative videos like I just did. I really try not to do that. I hope I didn't offend you in your favorite book. I really try not to do this, but I just felt like it'd be fun, especially considering I just did series that I do want to pick back up. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I do want to do a video soon of books that y'all recommend to me. I have pretty much a whole list of books that I've seen y'all recommend to me that I have interested in reading. So I'm thinking about doing a video about that. So if you have any books you think that I should read, leave them down below. But anyway, I hope y'all have a great day. Thank you so much for watching.